Hashem Yahweh Elohim, Shalom Barak, Allahu Assalamu Alaikum, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon everyone who catches this message. It's time for a party. Today's party is called We Are Traveling, Visiting, Casting Nets, Rocking and Rolling. Let's get some music going.
Worldwide Web. Worldwide
YouTube, man.
Worldwide
Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa
Well, I'm standing on the corner of Destiny and Germany, learning legalese, so I won't need attorneys. Things are getting way too shy, it's down in dirty south. No innovations coming out of players' mouths. Turn the head for the water, take my crew on an Iliad. Reach out and touch the world, exposed to 10% of Iliacs. But now I'm sure you guess, we live in continental U.S. And we won't stop until we blow up the spot in Bangladesh. It's a mystery how such a small crowd controls the currency, while the rest of us rats running on wheels in laboratories. False freedom society is only a maze for chasing cheese. The world spins 360 degrees, and so can you. Pick up the game from Parker Brothers, ain't gonna get a clue. Wait a minute, let's take it back stateside. Medea is the web of our thoughts worldwide. Wait a minute, let's take it back stateside. Medea is the web of our thoughts worldwide. Worldwide, 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 worldwide. Trapped in Groundhog's Day, why repeat yourself? Playing virtual reality, pretending you an elf. If it wasn't for my ijtihad, I'd be a thief or assassin. Quiet panther, stalking while you're racing rockers blasting. Seems the only sound investment these days is black jackets and caskets. I got a subterranean locomotive headed straight for Canada. Need some Medicaid, socialism's the only answer. Mosey on down to the shores of the Caribbean. Start speaking in tongues, make them think I'm Bolivian. Organized Aztec protest at the doors of the MOPEC.
You cannot
making trillions, taking to London is left. Move on to the jungle, strap myself to some trees, save the rainforest, so our planet can breathe. You'd rather die because it killed and cure until you're simple disease. Steady propagating social crime called greed. Corporations stealing land from Aborigines with no treaties. Wait a minute, let's take it back stateside. Medea is the web of our thoughts worldwide. What about the Monroe Doctrine? Rip it up, burn it, and cast it to the four winds. Enemies, trade secrets, and the lives of our own friends. So let's take it across the ocean to the land of my hide. The core of my body shakes like ropes in a royal rumble. Native tribes committing genocide to the ATLian beat of humble mumble. Apartheid hasn't died, it's just no longer covered. Smell of death in the air, sky overcast, the baby boom of the buzzard. Why is it the empires must colonize everything they discovered? Put a brick wall between you and the land called mother. Hypothetically, you can't discover what's already there. So who are you to tell me how to walk, talk, and wear my hair? And what's up with this free zone? No flying over holy land, fighting over oil and sand. From the streets of Turkey and Israel to the dunes of Iran and Afghanistan. All of your holy books told you how to survive in this place. The last time I checked, we were all humans in the same race, supposedly cognitive. So tell me, what the hell are you doing? Civilization and things falling apart, we're marching off to ruin. Let's take me back stateside. Pangea is the web of all thoughts worldwide. Worldwide, worldwide. The past has been preserved for us to learn from mistakes, like re-engineering buildings on the sites of earthquakes. Strap two life preservers on to your feet. Take a stroll on the beach on the search for some eats. It takes a while to find something agrarian. Go to Mesopotamia and find the Bavarians. Maybe go to Europe, smoke some hash and walk through tulips. Take a tour through the Caucasus Mountains and flow some knowledge on your ass from the peaks of Shiraz. But we're not through. The Filipinos, Indians, and Chinese have been patiently waiting like the Haitians, staging demonstrations. Maybe you free and you be you. Leave me alone to do what I must do. I believe in the eightfold path that must be right. I couldn't find it inserted in every world religion in sight. Not only that, but let's take it to the Swiss Alps. The population is in order with no split the scalps. So what's up, Mr. President? I don't mean to rush ya, but can you tell me what you plan to do about Poland and Russia? Hey, wait a minute. Let's take it back stateside. Pangea is the web of all thoughts worldwide. Worldwide,
Auzubillahi minashaitanir rajim. We seek the protection of our Father against shaitan and the evil ways while we travel the divine path. We recite surah, songs, and prayer so that we can become closer with Yahweh Elohim, our Creator, Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, our source of sustenance and mercy. One of those ways is to recite Surah Al-Fatiha. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim. Ghayril maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. In the name of our Father, the most merciful, the most compassionate, Lord over all worlds, Creator of our being, most merciful, most compassionate. We ask you to forgive us when we disobey like others have done in the past. We ask you to show us how to forgive others the way that you forgive us. We thank you for the divine path. Amen. It is said that when we pass away from this earthly realm and we go to see our Creator, we will be asked, have you heard Al-Fatiha? If you've been listening for the last 2 or 3 minutes, you've heard it in both Farsi and you've heard it in English. I say Farsi because that means Persian. Arabic means a person who lives a nomad life. Arab is a nomad. Not all nomads speak Farsi. If you'd like to know more, you can go to Quran.com. Quran.com. That's Quran.com. Quran.com. Lady Candy Allspark, Julia, Hashem Yahav Alahim, Shalom Barak, Allahu Assalamu Alaikum, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you, your families, and your circles. Thank you for joining in on the party. Today's party is called We Are Traveling, Visiting, and Casting Nets, because we're rocking and rolling. We were rocking and rolling before the electric guitar. We were rocking and rolling before the boat that nobody wants to talk about, because we were already on boats, traveling, visiting, and casting nets. We started about 15 minutes after the top of the hour, 5 p.m., 5:15 p.m. Eastern Time. When we are doing our regular schedule, we would start at 4 p.m. and end at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We get together to talk about ethics in entrepreneurship. We actually have 10 specific groups that we talk about. Each has their own day. We reserve Sundays for question and answer, and then Fridays would be Saturdays are reserved for what people look at for Sabbath. Around here, Friday would be Juma. Now, to be honest with you, I don't use Friday, Sunday, Monday terminology. I don't really use Juma in my terminology or my calendar either, because my calendar, those things don't exist on my calendar. Here and there, as we go through our sessions, I do expound on such things. However, today we have a specific topic. We've gotten off of the daily assigned list due to signal difficulties. Went into the market and purchased a new device. I haven't dealt with contract services. So now I have this phone that's locked with a contract company. And I have to figure out a way to get around that lock, right? So everything you've seen me do in the last 2 weeks, that's been running to different locations to use their Wi-Fi, because it's not available at the house anymore. And eventually I'll work through that situation and have the chip that I've already ordered and activated working in a device. Meanwhile, we will still be rocking and rolling, because that is according to Insha'Allah, Adon's will. That is according to Basmalah, by the will of our Father. You see, that's where we're locked in. We started in the middle of March, according to the Roman calendar. We started at the first of the year, according to the calendar of the kingdom of Yahweh Elohim. And when we started, we signed and sealed it with Basmalah. By the will of our Father, we will be talking about ethics in entrepreneurship. What are ethics? Well, those are your standards. And where do we get our standards? The Bible, the Quran, and the Apocrypha, because they align. And so if I were to speak Farsi to someone, or if I were to speak Hebrew, Paleo-Hebrew, Proto-Canaan, a person would understand what I'm saying to them. And they would know what rules and standards I follow. So let's do a review. I'm about to turn the camera around, which means that your view will probably be mirrored and backwards. So I'm going to read out what's going on the pages, because we made it to a very important milestone. That's why we don't stop. Before, a certain disreputable person was saying, "Don't stop, won't stop, can't stop." There was another person that was saying it. They tried to smudge his name too. Africa Bambaataa was saying that before Diddy was 18. You know, while that young man was running around watching his parents do things. That's when Africa Bambaataa was saying it. And there's no telling who had already been saying it 20 million times before then. Can't stop, won't stop, don't stop. Just because a bad name smudges something doesn't mean that you let it go. We've let go of a lot of positive traits for fear of being associated with new and modern terminology. I live by principles, origins. You don't get to change them. You don't get to move the goalpost. 6 weeks ago, I was in a situation where someone tried to move goalposts and then said, "Oh, it'll make you stronger." No, standing by principles is what makes us stronger. I don't need you to try and work me out. I'm a humble person, though, so I didn't blow it up, nor am I blowing that up right now because we have other matters. So I'm going to turn the camera so you all can see something. We made it to a new milestone. All right, so this list right here is the list of 10. Kind of hard to hold it steady. All right. Namde Hum. It's music artist curation. That's IPs, intellectual property curation. A safe place for storing your assets. STOP, stop program. Sustenance, textiles, occupations, and purpose. It's actually a company meant for us all to get together and say, "Hey, this is my talent. This is what I do. I will cover this position." When we're running around telling each other to get in position, that also means to show what you do in your position. Get in position and get active. That's what the STOP program is. Sign up, sign in, say who you are, what it is you do, turn over your resume, show us your portfolio. And if you don't have one, contact me so we can start getting busy. Highest Heights Studio. That is a label that is copyright protected along with all these other ones. Because once again, IPs are protected, intellectual property. Each and every one of you is a business, a company, some sort of special interest group. You have a service, you have a product. That is your intellectual property. The things that you can just develop out of your own mind, body, and soul. Ground floor intellect. Anytime you walk into a business or a company and you're trying to apply for some type of task as an occupation, or if you're looking for a service from that business, you walk into the ground floor. So, yes, there's even one involved with us. Teachers of Tanzania, goes without saying. Anybody who has studied Marcus Garvey will understand the word repatriation. I left my heart in Tanzania. Part of my mission is to get back there. Alhamdulillah, subhanahu wa ta'ala, amin. All praises to our Father, our source of sustenance and mercy. Whenever the wind blows and I'm in the middle of something, I don't get irritated. That's Rabak Hakadesh movement. SOC. You know about SOC, then you know about SOC. Hashtag find Kofi. Hashtag FINDKOFI. Mafia Soy Publications. I can tell you about publishing. And I'm not talking about publishing a book, not a paperbound, softback or hardback bound book. I'm talking about digital publishing. I'm talking about having 30 pages completed within a month when you apply yourself with simple tasks. Good food bins. People are arguing about using the word tabah or using the word good. Like I told you, I know principles. Shalom Akati Mavis, I see you. It's very tabah to have you here. Hashem Yahab Alahim, Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you, your family, and your circle. There's tabah good, there's tabah, and then there's good. Tabah is holy, lawful. Good can be attributed to God. God is a deity. That's also Germanic terms, as well as romantic terms, because it does come from Latin, but it's been changed. It's not the same, because there is no real word for deity in our language. Our creator isn't a deity, so we would have no focus on deities. We would have to say, well, that's just a thing that is part of Shaitan. It's just a stick, that's just a stone, it's just a facet of imagination. It's not our creator, that's not the one who set everything into balance. That name is actually Good Food Bins. The name comes from someone with tabah intentions. However, the language that he uses is English. There's no reason to try and stretch the terms until he's ready to change that. There are many tabah things that you can find in a bin. We'll leave it at that. Crypto and beyond. For those of you who aren't sure what to do concerning cryptocurrency, concerning Web3 navigation, concerning what to do with the internet, period. What's the difference between Web 2 and Web 3? How can I actually make an income from the internet instead of the internet cashing in on me? Crypto and beyond. Riley Barkley. For those of you who are hip to modern speak, those who are hip to trends, but actually want to come out of her, come out of Babylon. For those who want to Chizan, revel, repeatedly rejoice, because you see the evidence of the kingdom of Yahweh Elohim. You walk within the standards and you live it. You are guided by the wisdom of Ravak HaKadosh. You see Yahweh's example through Yahashua HaMashiach. You have taken the pledge, La ilaha illallah. There is no one worthy of worship except Allah. Who is Allah? Allahu. Who is Allah Elohim? Who is Elohim, Lord of all worlds? Who is Yahweh, our Creator, our Father, our Provider of sustenance and mercy? See, this is the list of 10. Each one has a specific day, and each of them has their own perspective, looking at organic marketing strategies. This is what's protected by Basmalah, because we're going somewhere. Where are we going? This list right here, this list is future mixtapes. Ethan Parker. I made some beats on PlayStation. It's about time to master and release them. Hot Mustard made a double album dedicated to when I was actually on my journey coming out of Babylon and deciding that from now on I was going to live, work, and pray so that Yahweh could use me. It wasn't going to just be a song that I sang. It's going to be my life, my motto. WRBB. Women in Red, Brothers in Black. You see, this list is coming from music that I've already made, produced, music that I've been putting together on a daily basis. I wake up and try to figure out a song to compose, and then I figure out a way to set a video to it. Then I go and I upload that video and I share it to maybe 10 different platforms in a day. Different platforms. You shouldn't make your home on YouTube or make your home on Facebook or make your home on TikTok because they're making money off of you doing so. We have better activities that we should be involved in, like spreading the message of the kingdom of Yahweh Elohim. That's what Women in Red and Brothers in Black is all about. Like I said, if you know about SOC, then you know about SOC. Teachers of Tanzania. There are certain songs and certain videos that I've posted concerning Tanzania, the country itself. There's also some information and responses that I've posted concerning things that are going on in Central Africa. There are certain countries that are trying to attain their sovereignty. I'm not trying to cash in on a hot topic. What I'm saying is when you upload your content, you go back and you register it. That way, when you can start accumulating wealth, not only can people find where you were actually showing what you were doing, you can also show that you are really performing repatriation. DM5 Independent Collab. DM5 is DJ Microwave 5000 watts. And that actually says, it should say, yeah, interdependent. Interdependent collab. For everyone who's given me an idea, or I've actually sampled their voice, there are certain songs where I've done music and videos and sampled somebody's voice in it. There's going to be a mixtape. I want you to understand something. These mixtapes are the start of series because each of these mixtapes has anywhere from 8 to 10 songs on them. And then we'll just keep on going Because as long as I have this list over here for inspiration, these will be the sources of labels. The same way Highest Height Studio is a label, these tapes will be the sources to corresponding labels. Grow with me. Green Thumb Lo-Fi. That's attributed to Good Food Benz because he's a musician as well. And there's things that he's doing in the background. So next, spoke of Nam De Hum already. That is a safe place for curators, meaning we store your catalog files. We assign copyrights to your intellectual property. If you have a thought, if you're just brainstorming something, you come up with an idea, and you say, okay, I want to work with that. That's your intellectual property. Before you come up with a picture or a catchy name or a phrase or anything like that, just your idea itself. It's intellectual property. The things that you do are your talents. Those talents are your intellectual property because it takes you, mind, body, and soul for those things to happen. Dolly Old Guy. There's times where I have sayings that I like to use that might be a little twist from something that other people already say, or it might be something original. I put music to it. I assign images to it. So there'll be an album. Cold Before Diamond. This is someone who's been inspiring me for the last 3 years or so because he makes music like the stuff that I grew up listening to. 90s hip hop, 80s hip hop, without effort. With me, I have to work on it because my music is more of a wall of sound. I take a person to the orchestra when I make music. Cole has that natural touch. Many much love to you, brother. Many much respect. And then there's DM5 Gaming. DJ Microwave 5000 watts. Concerning gaming, because there's a lot going on in the gaming world, especially if you are internet savvy. As a matter of fact, one of the members in Discord likes to play a game. I can see it whenever I look in to see what everybody's activities are. He's playing a game. But Cole says, I was going to ask, how do I do IP with photos? You go to copyrighted.com and you upload it as digital works. And you assign the definition of what you want done before you even upload a picture. It's up to you to upload the picture. That's just an example. What you're doing is qualifying something that is into existence. I take pictures of walking through the park while doing my own inspirational thought process, right? So, Chokma Shloma is in the building. We're going to copyright. Chokma Shloma is in the building. That's the whole title of the name of the project. And then you go in, and where they ask you, well, what is this? That's when you say, this is to protect all intellectual property, all images, all audio, all videos, all arrangement of text to even assign a name. Any arrangements, any colors belong to so and so and so and so. State your name here. Copyrighted.com. COPYRIGHTED COPYRIGHTED.com. And for future reference, you will see it spelled out when it's defined by terms. Whenever I post up pictures that show a copyright, you'll see it defined by terms, what it's protecting. So when I get a moment, I'll send you the link to your copyright, sir, for Code Before Diamond Productions, right? So you can look and have an example. That's what this is about. Pardon me, I'm in a Kroger's parking, not the parking lot, I'm in front of the store. There's traffic. It's one of the loading trucks. To some, they would think this is a flat Coke. It's really coffee. Same thing though, huh? All right, so we got Code Before Diamond Productions. Then we got DJ Microwave 5000 watts gaming, because I have actually done a lot of music videos lately pertaining to gaming, because sometimes I do watch certain channels, certain people that are entertaining to me. I watch them play games. They're streaming live activity playing games the way that we stream live activity discussing the word or whatever the case may be. Now, this list right here, this list is the name of the studios that have developed due to us having this playlist over here. Highest Heights Studio. We are familiar with Highest Heights Studio. So then there's Women in Red, Brothers in Black Publishing. I want you all to understand not only just the music that I have been producing. That means anything and everything that you have that goes into the studio. You now have legal terms. You don't have to go and pay somebody in order to get your artist credits and rights, because you have your own label, your own studio. I am here to show you things. I am here to teach you things. There are courses involved. My course takes 3 months, because in 3 months, you will become savvy enough to where you can report from 3 different platforms. You can, not me promoting you. No, you can. And you will own all rights to the products that you actually upload as your content. That's the service that I provide. Selah. Repatriation, Tanganyika. Mafia Soy Publications. Did you know that right outside of Tanzania, there is an island called Mafia Island? The same way that there's SeaWorld in the United States, they've got Mafia Island. Ain't that something? Green Thumb Lo-Fi. I have to give thanks to Ak Ben for 2 things. He introduced me to making music through digital access workplace, digital analog workplace, a DAW system. And it wasn't an MC5 or anything like that. Matter of fact, I think MC5 is the name of a band. Great band, by the way. Now, as far as like making beats and stuff like that, I used to sample sounds. I would record sounds and bits and then mix them into beats that I would take from off the backgrounds of video games, and then find other sounds to implement what I wanted for 808 sounds and kicks and booms. And I would have my own hodgepodge. It didn't sound professional. It didn't sound clean because that's not what I was looking for. Professional and clean is not the hip hop that I grew up on. It sounded rough and rugged. The use of everyday sounds, the slamming of a car door. So if it sounded like it was meant to sound like someone striking their fist against a desk. Boom, boom, back, boom, back. That's what I grew up on. So that's the kind of music I would make. We all have our own signatures to what we do, right? Now, that's not saying that I can't do clean recordings and all of that. Believe me, I can and I do. Do all kinds of work. That's the whole point. Just like a jewel, we have many facets. It's not just one face. It's not just one uh, surface to us. We have many. Namde Hum, we've mentioned that. DJ Microwave 5,000 watts. Because of the fact that there's an album out called Improvisations Volume 1, we're just starting. If there's just Volume 1, right? Cold Before Diamond Productions. I look forward to releasing what he's already sent me. I look forward to hearing his future recordings. Hypnotic Level Games. Can't tell you how old the name is. Tell you how old the pact and the agreement is. It's about 5 years old. All the videos and music that I've done concerning gaming goes to a special interest group. Goes to the Shogun and the Shogun's family for all the love that they showed me. What they've shown me in the past, what they showed me today. For the knowledge that I have that if I were to show up on their doorstep right now, they would welcome me and ask me what I've been up to. Hypnotic Level Games. Now you see, I'm something like Ghost Dog. I don't have a retainer. There's no one that I report to aside from Yahweh Elohim. Now that doesn't mean that I don't walk with the code of the samurai, because I do. However, I am of nobility within myself. I am within holiness within myself. With a smile on my face, I've told people, you heard of the Corleone family. You heard of Michael. Don't pull me out of retirement. Selah, flat coffee. Ticker says we've been on for about 44 minutes just now. We're at the top of the hour. I'm supposed to be making a phone call in an hour from now. Might make it early. Update. So, went to Goodwill yesterday. No fungus. There's 3 flea markets in the same strip mall, basically the same building. Only 2 were open. No fungus. Now, one of them, the guy said that every now and then he does get Androids, but he doesn't have one right now. Next up, pawn shops. I spent that time with the guy who has the moving business Tuesdays and Thursdays. That was hunting and scavenging day, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Hunting for bargains, scavenging for breaks. It's what tripped in my mind the different places I needed to go and look because the quest is unending. And then even if that doesn't work, there's always the option of ordering an unlocked phone from eBay or wherever. The option's always there. The main concern was I had to get it activated within 45 days. I almost got that completed. I'm not going to say it's completed until I've actually put in the ANS information because then it would be locked into a device. There's a program I used to use on my laptop called BlueStacks where it acts like an Android device. And there's a complicated chip assembly I would have to do to see if I could get that to work. That would be last ditch effort because there are plenty of Android devices. Just not going to double up overpaying when there's other things that could be done, right? So, with that part being said, I didn't even show you the names of the songs for each of the playlists because that took a lot of time just to show you that. Think about this. For every album, it is assigned to a specific special interest group. And each special interest group should be assigned their own storefronts. So each label is going to have a storefront where it's available to get the music, the videos, and merchandise that is assigned to each of those different media products. I introduced to the world the ideas through the music and the videos. So if I get 10 views, if I get 20, if I get 40, if I get 100, those are commercials. And it's not about if I get the views, because we're going to start implementing a program called Share and Share Alike. If you like something, a person can't pay their electric bill with a like. If you share something, a person can't pay their phone bill with a share. If you like something, it's going to tell the internet to keep sending you content similar to what you like. If you share something, it's going to tell the internet to keep sending you stuff that you're sharing. And also, it's going to expose what you share to someone who may not know anything about it. All right, so we need to be careful what it is that we're sharing. We need to be sharing our activities. That means you can't come to me saying, I don't see us. When was the last time you posted something concerning us? When was the last time you motivated someone else to post about us and what we're supposed to be doing? When was the last time you posted something that was an example of you doing that? You going out, being the example. So liking is that's great, that's fine and dandy because then it's telling the system This is the only things that you want to actually watch. And then sharing, that's fine and dandy because then you are involving other people and you are exposing it. Now here's the thing. Share to people who are actually going to contribute to a like-minded enterprise. Don't just share out to random people. Share to those who are ready to get up and be active. This isn't about, oh, you've got potential. No, use it. I'm not here to pat anybody on the head and tell them they've got potential. I'm going to tell you, use it now, right now. You know that twisted feeling you have in your stomach? It's because you're not using your capacity. It's overstored. And you're getting upset because you're seeing things that upset you and you're not doing anything to fix it. You have a voice that's very loud. And it's not about looking for somebody to approve what you're doing. You need to put it out there. There's a link that I shared to an app called Night Cafe Studio. Night Cafe Studio. It is an AI prompted art program. I'm telling you to use it. I'm an artist. If I want to, I can take a picture of something I've already drawn and tell the computer to do something extra with it. Or I can take an idea that's in my head and tell the computer, draw a picture of a swan gliding across the lake. Because I need to post something about the swan technique. So I will tell the computer a realistic photo of a swan gliding across the lake. It might show me a picture of a swan gliding down to land on the lake surface. It might show me a couple of pictures of swans moving across the surface, depending on what options I choose. Certain point systems where you can do something and generate a picture for free or generate a picture for 1 point. There are activities where the more you do, the more you start getting points so that you have points to generate pictures. You get rewarded for your activities. And then you take that handy dandy picture that you generated and you post it up everywhere. See, I go back and then I tell the computer, now I need a picture of a swan, but I need to see it above water and below water so that I can show the action of it treading water. Because this is the swan technique, acting and moving gracefully above the surface while treading furiously underneath to stay afloat. It's been a 4 day process of me trying to get this chip to work in the phone. And Dr. Ben keeps coming to me and he's asking me, you got your phone activated yet? What are you going to do about it? And on day one, I told him, actually, it came a lot earlier than I expected. So I'm not going to get worked up about it. I placed the chip in the phone, said the account was activated, gave me a phone number. I have a phone number. I really do. I just haven't shared it out because it's not active. I have an account, everything, signed to a name, address. Just can't use the phone itself. So that's why I haven't shared out that number. It's only going to go to specific people. Not everybody's going to have that access. There's a phone number out right now on the web that anybody can use at any given time. Well, not now because I'm not always around the signal. However, that phone will be for public use. That phone number. Many of you already have that number. That's what it's for. Because not everybody is observant. But yeah, that number is is plastered. Anybody that wants to be able to contact me, they really could. Because I have a website. It's on the website. I have a TikTok. It's on the TikTok. Might be on Instagram and Facebook. I don't know. I haven't checked in a while. For every mixtape playlist, those songs have videos. So for every mixtape playlist, that's a short film. There's one specific short film concerning SOC, and then there's going to be short films assigned to each and every one of those playlists because those playlists are dedicated to studios. Those studios are labels. Those labels are the foundations for the coins that I am presenting. Those are the storehouses. I have a channel on TikTok for those who have taken the pledge of the Sahaba, the promise keepers. La ilaha illallah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is no one to worship except Allah, our source of sustenance and mercy. I mean, for those who have taken that oath, that discussion room is for us displaying what we are doing as activities to build, maintain, and support the kingdom of Yahweh Elohim. Yahweh Elohim does not need someone to share the fact that there's somebody else out there spreading ignorance. We need to be spreading knowledge. For every time that you're actually out there sharing something that is anti the message of Yahweh Elohim, that means you are anti Yahweh Elohim. Check yourself. Check what you share. Check what you like. Check yourself. Your prayers are your thoughts, the words you speak, and then your actions. All of that is your prayers. And I'm not talking about whatever phrases that you say. That's not your actions. It's not how you put your hands together. That's not your actions. Your actions are your activities that you do, moving towards getting an answer to the request that you are placing, your petition, whatever it is that you're asking for. Moving towards that praise and that worship. Your actions. What are you doing for worship and praise besides making a joyful noise? Because that's what that turns into, is just noise. How is it helping anybody else? What are you doing that places you in the kingdom of Yahweh Elohim? Salam. Yahweh, Yahweh, our creator is love. Yahweh, Yahweh, love is love. When you see someone in need, go help them. Don't wait for them to ask. Don't expect a thank you. It's not why we're doing this. We are doing this to represent the standards of Yahweh Elohim. This is not about uttering a prayer up to the sky and then expecting blessings to fall down from the sky through a parachute. It's not how blessings work. We are blessed through activities interchanged with each other. Interdependency. It doesn't pop up out of the blue. It happens because we help each other. That's complete compassion. Amitaba, Amitofo. That's how you would say compassion in either Chinese or Japanese. Go out and be the reason somebody else has a smile on their face. Go and help somebody. But if you can't get out, like I said earlier, There's nothing stopping you from composing a picture and then assigning your thoughts and your words on that picture and then sharing it and telling people what they could be doing from your eyes. Hey, this is what I'm doing to represent my membership in the kingdom of Yahweh Elohim. Make your statement. Don't rely on somebody else to do it. They can't speak for you. They don't have your mind. They don't have your body. They don't have your soul. You are responsible for speaking for yourself. You have to. Because when we pass away from this earthly realm, you will be responsible for your activity in this life. The book opens up, and then there, everything that you've done. There was this opportunity over here. You chose that over there. It's all there. And every time that you're interacting with people, you could be helping them along the divine path, or you could be sending them into a decision that would lead them into a spiral of poison. So even inactivity, not doing your work, might lead somebody else off into the brambles, into the bushes, off into the wilderness to be devoured by wolves, simply because you didn't speak up. Like I said, there's a reason why your insides are in turmoil. I wake up sometimes with a great feeling, other times when my insides are in turmoil, because I know there's work I need to do, and I'm not satisfied until it's done. I won't eat. I might go 14 hours, make a beat, make some pictures, make a video, upload it. Oh, I'm not done. Make another beat, make some more pictures, upload it. Still not done. Somebody just gave me a sideways crazy remark on something I uploaded. So here I gotta go and say something about that real quick. Still not quite hungry. Let me go and get out in nature and take a deep breath. Lo and behold, it's 2 in the morning. I think I might eat something. Adon willing, tomorrow we can discuss some of the aspects of what's going on with those songs and those playlists. And what are we going to do with the storefronts? See there on the screen where it says Cash App and it says PayPal. There's a site called PayHip, PayHip. You can go there and start up your own store for your special interest group, and it'll connect to your PayPal account. So I'm on a mission. Each of those labels needs to have their store open where people can get the music, the videos, and any merchandise assigned to those specific labels. I need to make a phone call. Many much love and respect to all of you. Thank you all for coming to the party. Thank you for staying and spending time. You could have been anywhere. You were here. Thank you. Start a group on Discord. It's called Party in Sherwood Forest. Find me there under the name 3PROJH. 3PROJH. 3P Roche. It's my artist name. 3P, Plan, Produce, Peace. Roche, Ruach, Wind, Spirit, Soul. Peace to the family. The Discord channel so that we can have discussions concerning crypto and beyond, concerning ethics and entrepreneurship, concerning weaning ourselves from Web 2. That's Google and Facebook and all of that. Weaning ourselves. See, we should be power pros in a land that is safe for us to conduct ourselves. And then we go back and we cast our nets to Web 2 instead of being ensnared in the nets of Web 2. Web 2 is Google, Facebook, YouTube. Web 3 is cryptocurrency networks. So, Adon willing, inshallah, Basmullah, in the name of our Father. Tomorrow, we'll get into discussion about that. All right, blessings to everyone. Babakasha, you're very welcome. Mucho me gusto. It is my pleasure always. Love all of you. Hashem Yahweh Elohim, Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon all of you, your families, and your circles.